What is going on, guys? This is Michael Williams from Cartoon Universe, and boy oh boy, there is a lot to unpack from the Steven Universe Stranded special. Holy cow, there is just a ton of stuff from this one scene we're going to be talking about today alone. There's a ton of videos on the way, so if you're new here, definitely subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can know when we're going to be doing these theories, because you don't want to miss these. There's a lot to digest, so we got a lot of stuff coming for you guys, lots of Steven Universe theories. It's been a while since we had some theory fuel, so now we've got plenty of fuel to go around for everybody, and it's going to be a good time. So yeah, a lot of little nitty-gritty details, but this video is specifically about Pink Diamond shattering herself, or being related to her shattering. Now, obviously, there's a lot of possibilities for how she got shattered. We're going to talk about those in the next coming days. Like I said, there's just a ton of possible ways she could have been shattered, or fake shattered potentially, which we're going to talk about a little bit today. So like I said, be on the lookout for that video. But for today, I want to focus on the possibility of Pink Diamond either staging her shattering herself or actually legitimately shattering herself. So we're no stranger to foreshadowing in Steven Universe. They've been doing it since season 1, and I think there's one key moment that really stuck out to me, and that is when Stevani was in the dream sequence and they became Pink Diamond. Pink Diamond looks at the mirror and she punches it out of anger, and the mirror shatters. And I think this is a very specific piece of imagery, because Pink Diamond is the one that caused that mirror to shatter. Her image of herself was being shattered, broken into a bunch of different pieces. She caused that, and I think Pink Diamond was potentially the cause of her own essentially death, or fake death, because she may have pulled a Tupac and went to Cuba and faked her death so she can get out of whatever. But how and why did she do this? How and or why, I should say, did she do this? Obviously, the possibility of it being an accident is there, but I think that'd be really silly, that'd be really dumb, unless another gem did it, but that's a completely different story. I don't think Pink Diamond was so dumb that she would have shattered herself by accident. She just tripped and fell and shattered herself. I don't think that's what went down, but we need to remember that there were witnesses to the shattering, technically, even if it wasn't actually a shattering. Eyeball witnessed it. Apparently Pink Diamond's court did see the shattering, so we need to take that into account, because there obviously something went down that was very specific. We know that apparently, allegedly, Rose Quartz came with her sword to shatter Pink Diamond. Obviously, that doesn't add up. Obviously, we all know the inconsistencies with that story. That doesn't add up. We've been talking about that for a long time, even before the trial even aired. But it is possible, like we mentioned a long time ago, that she did collude with Russia, excuse me, she did collude with Rose to set up her own shattering, to stage her own shattering. Now, she knows that Rose probably could have never used her power or her sword to shatter Pink Diamond, so maybe she used her own abilities too. We don't know much about Pink Diamond's abilities. It's possible she did some weird type of magical kamikaze type of thing that caused her to quote-unquote shatter, and they wanted to make a deal. But why would she do that? Why would she make a deal with Rose Quartz? Because most people suspected that maybe Pink Diamond fell in love with Earth and everything on Earth, and felt like, you know what, this planet needs to be protected, and let's make sure that no one messes with this planet, and let's give strength to the rebellion. So a big theory that we mentioned, and a lot of other people also mentioned, is that Pink Diamond may have colluded with Rose to fake her shattering so that the rebellion could be stronger and people could actually really fear Rose Quartz, knowing that she could potentially shatter a diamond, and that would make the diamonds back off, all that yada yada. That's been a theory that's been going around for a while, and it is still a possibility. And it's interesting, though, that Pink Diamond doesn't seem like that type of character. She actually came across more of a brat, a very spoiled brat, who doesn't actually really care that much about the life that is being invaded on the planet. She just seems like a lost, scared, annoyed little child. So what other motives could she possibly have? Because she doesn't seem very sentimental. She doesn't seem like she would be the type to fall in love with Earth and want to protect it because of the life that's on it. Well, she didn't really have the life that she wanted. She didn't like the life that she had. She seemed to be defective. Again, another video for another time. She seemed like she was defective, clearly. She was treated like a child, and we see that, you know, the Yellow Diamond and Blue Diamond, they kind of referenced her as a sister back in the Zoo arc, which made us believe she's more of a sister type. And I think they are, because Pink Diamond does mention that she's just as important as Yellow Diamond, but I think she was treated as such a child that she felt like Yellow Diamond was more of a mother figure, which is why we see that Mrs. Maheshwaran is on her face, because everything's just symbolism. So she sees her more as a mother, even though they don't have the concept of mothers. That subconsciously is how she technically processed it. She felt like she was being belittled, she was being talked down to. So she didn't really like her situation with Homeworld and how she was being treated, obviously. So it's possible that she made a deal with Rose to stage some sort of shattering, so they could both have something to benefit. Rose can benefit from the rebellion and seem stronger and do what she needed to do. And this would also give a more selfish reason for Pink Diamond, because maybe she just faked being shattered. She pretended to be shattered. Maybe she used shape shifting, if that's a possibility, to seem like she was shattering. She was shattered, and she ran off somewhere. She went to Cuba with Tupac and Elvis, or she went somewhere on Earth, or she went somewhere in the vast reaches of space where she could never be found, and doesn't have to deal with the homeworld stuff anymore, because she probably was just so pissed off about how she was being treated by her sister. So I think that would make sense. It would be a more selfish reason. It would just give her more to gain, rather than I'm going to sacrifice myself for the greater good of Earth. Again, she may have had that character development. We don't know that much about Pink Diamond's character. We don't know how she may have changed, how her outlook may have changed. We do know she had the zoo, so that also kind of comes into play with her potentially having more sympathy for the humans, because she may have thought they were being treated unfairly, or maybe she loved humans in the way that Blue Diamond kind of saw them, as sort of these pets, but sort of lesser than pets. She just liked them because she liked them, I guess. She wanted to collect them like they were toys, basically. So that's also a possibility for the zoo. We don't really know why she loved the zoo so much, and it very well may not have been for the great life that Earth had. And a lot of people are bringing back up the old theory that Pink Diamond is bubbled in the temple. I personally don't really buy that. It is obviously possible, but it's not my favorite theories, but it could have happened. They could have just staged a shattering, and actually Rose just bubbled her, and she's in the temple now, just chilling. So it's a little weird. I don't know. It's possible, but I don't know. And it even could be that Pink Diamond and Rose weren't actually working together. It could have been that Pink decided to fake her shattering somehow via shape-shifting, or however one would do that. And Rose was just trying to poof her. She wasn't actually even trying to shatter her. She was just trying to poof her and then bubble her. But she accidentally, quote-unquote, shattered her, because Pink Diamond was like, you know what? I don't like this life anymore. I just kind of want to leave and be free, so I'm just going to pretend to be shattered and then dip and peace out, because I'm sick of this, and I'll just have Rose attack me. I'll let her have her win. This is my one way out, and it just kind of all panned out that way. I really don't think that's the case, though, because Rose shouldn't have been near her in the first place, as Zircon mentioned, because Rose was kind of a wanted criminal, and there's no Rose courses allowed in her court after Rose became the leader of the rebellion. So I don't think that's the case, because Rose should never have even gotten close to her, and she didn't have her agates, she didn't have her sapphires or her pearls, so that's really suspicious. It seems like there was some sort of plan. This seems very staged for whatever reason, whether it was Pink Diamond staging or the Diamond staging, who knows. And Zircon did say that the diamonds may have had something to do with it, so that would add up. If Pink Diamond was directly related to this, maybe she just wanted to get away from Homeworld and she pretended to kill herself, essentially, or be killed. This would make sense, because Zircon said it's like someone like one of you, and Pink Diamond, for all her faults, she is like one of the diamonds. She's one of the diamonds, so that would add up with that. We still don't know Pink Diamond's true abilities, so it's possible that she has Rose-like healing powers, but like on another level of healing. So she could have even resurrected herself. Maybe she did get shattered and she just was able to form her gem back together, because she just has these healing, resurrecting powers, like Super Saiyan level to Rose. So that's also something that could have happened. She could have resurrected herself and then fled somewhere. Who knows? And obviously, the darker option is that she just legitimately committed suicide. She just had Rose kill her, or shapeshifted or something, and she actually just died. I think that's pretty dark. I don't know if they're gonna go that route, where she legitimately shattered herself because of how much she hated her life on Homeworld. That's really dark territory. I don't think we're going to go there. Obviously, it's a little more leeway because it's a shattering, quote unquote. It's not a death per se, according to the FCC. So they could maybe get away with it. They've gotten away with some pretty dark stuff in Steven Universe already. So I don't know, but I do think Pink Diamond may have directly been related. Like I said, we talked about this before, but now we have more of an understanding of a character and some direct imagery that could be foreshadowing it. So I do think Pink Diamond may very well have been directly related to her own shattering or staging of her shattering. But again, that's just one possibility. There's a ton of other things to discuss with the shattering of Pink Diamond, things that don't add up, things that might add up after this scene. So we're going to talk about that in the next coming days. But what do you guys think? Do you think Pink Diamond may have potentially shattered herself somehow, or colluded with Rose to shatter herself? Do you think it was for her own selfish reasons to get away from Homeworld? Or do you think she may have actually had some legitimate character development and started to care for the life on Earth? Definitely let us know in the comments down below. Really would love to hear you guys' thoughts on this. And like I said, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. Hit that notification bell. We have a lot of Steven Universe theories on the way the next few days, so definitely be on the lookout for that. And if you like this theory, definitely leave it a like. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I've been Michael Williams. You've been watching Cartoon Universe, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.